Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a new show, Claude and Friends. Hopefully, it will all go well. Don't bank on it with my record. But anyway, let me introduce you to the guests. Curtis Shaw, AFTV.
How you doing? Wow.
Introduce yourself and your channel, please, mate.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Claude. Obviously been playing for AFTV with you. Check out the channel, Curtis Shaw TV. Just building slowly, just hit 5K, so keep supporting.
Also in the building is my fellow drinking pal at football matches. This is what it's all about, isn't it, Johnny? It's all about Johnny. Anyway,
you started without me. That's wrong. You started without me. What's going on?
What do you mean? I started without you?
Well, you drunk the bottle there, and
I know, mate. This is drinking for my sorrows last night. I bought it last night, and it's already finished because of what happened last night. But anyway, we won't go into last night. Disaster for my beloved team, but we go on. And congratulations for DT, well deserved. Anyway, let's go on about the real football, and that's the Arsenal. Starting with you, Johnny, your thoughts on the game against Crystal Palace, mate? 2 points dropped or 1 point gained?
Hand on heart, 2 points dropped, but I don't think Lady Luck was on Arsenal's side. I can't have a go at Arsenal. It wasn't our best performance under Arteta. First half was really good. I thought when Torreira came off, we looked a different side. But the only thing I will say is Lady Luck certainly won't with us. I mean, to be fair, the goal that they scored, that was just a lucky goal. And also at the end, Pepe was unlucky not to score. It was a lovely shot, hit the post. But the only problem is you stay 1-0, you're always taking that risk, aren't you? And unfortunately, we've done it again.
Yeah, I did think the first half we controlled the game.
Agreed.
After that, once Torreira went off, I think we lost a bit there. I think we lost quite a bit there, and then Aubameyang sending off. Having seen that again, maybe a bit harsh, but I can't complain about that. Thank you, Zane, for that. 1 minute. Thank you, Zane, for that that contribution. Is Ty coming on? No, he can't work this, mate. I'll be here till midnight if I had to wait for Ty. But thank you. Anyway, Curtis, your thoughts, mate? Did you let's talk about the game? Did you think the defence was a bit more solid on Saturday? I thought it was a little bit more solid, wasn't it? Up until Torreira went off, and I think the protection went, but up until then, it was quite solid.
Yeah, I think since Arteta's come in, we've looked a bit more solid, to be fair. In terms of the game itself, I think definitely 2 points dropped. I think when you go Selhurst Park, you expect a tough game. You got to look at their best player, Zaha. He didn't do anything. You know, I thought Maitland-Niles kept him quiet. And first half's probably as bad as I've seen Palace play against us. And I think we needed the second goal to finish them off. We didn't really create much after we got the first goal. And I think they were always going to have a spell of possession and put us under pressure. But the goal, as you said, Johnny, was a lucky goal, man. Like, you know, if he hit that another 10 times, it probably wouldn't deflect and go in. And then at the end, I thought we showed a lot of fight with 10 men. I think Pepe was unlucky. Lacazette maybe should have scored the rebound. Just smash it through the goalkeeper. He tried to side foot it. I think 2 points dropped, but we did all right to get a point considering we had 10 men for a long time in the second half.
Oh yeah, someone's just Zane is coming in again on with another contribution. He said, Claude, did you see the rich Nigerian might be buying our club? What are your thoughts? Gentlemen, what are your thoughts on that? Starting with you, Johnny.
I don't know. the thing is, it could be like another publicity stunt where he's just trying to make himself look. At the end of the day, I can't see Kroenke selling it, mate. I think we're in for a few years of pain. I think at the end of the day, he's making a lot of money out of us. And, I mean, you know my thoughts on Kroenke and the family. I think we'll be controlled by the Americans for some time yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Very badly.
What about you, Curtis?
Yeah, as you said, Johnny, I saw the link. It just seems like a wild rumor to me. I think unless somebody was maybe going to double Kroenke's investment, he's not going to let go. It's a cash cow for him, innit?
Correct.
He doesn't have to promote. He doesn't have to come to England. He sits in LA, collects the profit, minimal investment, and what reason? It'd be crazy to sell the club from a business point of view, wouldn't it?
Yeah, correct. I agree, mate. 100%.
I don't see it happening. Although we need it to happen.
I mean, if he's going to stay in charge with us, sadly, I think someone just needs to give him a nudge and, you know, start saying, well, you've made some money out of us. Let's think about the fans now. And let's start trying to, you know, not necessarily win a title, but at least challenge for a title.
Yeah.
You know, that's all the fans want, really. I mean, you know, Claude will tell you, I've stuck by Wenger all the time and all that. And but even I'm starting to get, you know, 16 points, Man City are behind Liverpool now.
Hello.
God knows how many points we're behind. Hey!
Oh, look who we have. Oh, by the way, will the bleep button have to come on here now? Oh,
I'm sorry if I'm late and I missed anything.
The bleep button here. Where's the bleep button? Is there a bleep button on here? Oh, hey, Sonny, mate. How are you?
You know what?
Sonny.
It is an honour. It is an honour to be in the company of legends, right? Claude, you're a born legend, mate. You're a dinosaur. You're a legend. Johnny Buttons is a top legend, and Curtis TV. If you saw his goal he scored the other week, Geezer should be played up front for Arsenal because he'd do a better job than Lacazette at the moment.
While you're here, Sonny, I want your thoughts on this actually, because this. Wait a minute, let me get this off a minute. Hold on. I want your thoughts on this about the new owner. I've just had Alexander Gomez come in. Thank you for that contribution, Alexander. He's coming with it. He said that the Nigerian is very eager to join to buy out Dan Kroenke. Do you think it'll make much of a difference? Will he do the same as Stan? Is it guaranteed that even though he's got this billions of pounds that he's going to put into the club? This is what it's all right. People saying, "I'll get someone else in," but what if he does the same thing?
You know what I'm saying? For me, I mean, a lot of people have been saying the guy is a fan, right? I don't care if he's a fan or not, right? All I want is someone with very big pockets. I don't care where he's got his money from. It could be a mafia. It could be a mafia god, right? And you know, and has a bit of ambition, right? Simon, the new Katie Hopkins of Twitter, you know, put out a video earlier, and basically he said, right, we take the piss out of all these Chelsea and Man City because they bought it all. I'd buy it all any day of the week, right? Because you still need to have this infrastructure even if you buy them, right? And I said to my reply was, I'd rather have, right, rather than have an old bird, right, with saggy tits. I'd rather have one with implants, hair extensions, and the design of vagina, right? And if it means you've got to throw money at it, you've got to throw money at it. So if we need a sugar daddy, that's the way things are gone.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say, Sonny, they can only now the rules have changed a bit. That they can only spend what their income. It's not like before where they can actually go really mad. You know what I'm saying?
Claude, the thing is, right, there's a good chance, right? You know, we both said we'd write off the season. You know, we've written off the season. We're not going to get to our blood pressure's not going to change from now to the end of the season. Yeah, like it usually does. Yeah. The thing is, if they miss out on Europa League as well, that's another £20 million they missed out on. So Europa League is a minimum. They have to get that. So really, I mean, under the Kroenkes, you know, even if they lose another 20 million quid, what's the chance of them improving the team in the summer? It's very unlikely. You know, and this, you know, financial fair play, you could get around your way around anything, right? No, you know, big up all the Nigerians, right? Nigerians, if they want to find a way to get around state, they'll get around state, right? A lot of my good friends are Nigerians, yeah. Go and sponsor a training ground, right? For 500 million, you've just done financial. You just beat it.
Yeah. Easy. Look at Man City, how they do it.
That's what Man City done, isn't it? Really, that's what Man City done. Yeah. Zane is asking me about you. I have to answer because it's not. It's contributed quite well. He's asking me, are you behind Arteta, Sonny?
A million %, right? I wanted Arteta before Emery, right? You know what? I think Arteta's appointment. I think the board couldn't have failed with it, right? Either way, if it works or it didn't work. Reasons being, I think we've got Pep Mark II. Everything I've seen from Arteta, I'm blown away by it, even more than what I expected. Even though my standards for him was very high. You know, after that speech, after that initial press conference he done, you know what? I said it before. You know, the Winston Churchill one stands in my mind. You know, the Martin Luther King speech stands in my mind, right? And Rocky IV stands in my mind, but he started counting Ivan Drago because he got all the Russians on board, right? Arteta's press conference was just as inspiring, and he's made such a difference to what Arsenal are doing at the moment. Like Arsenal used to play the high line before, when Emery first came in, and they kept getting exposed. 2 balls, you was in on them, and there was away and they were scoring. We've started playing a high line again now, which is what we need because Luis has not got pace, right? But the thing is, if you notice that all of Palace's free kicks the other day, most of them was going off because it was playing such a high line, they was all going off. So, you know, what the basic minimums you want for Arsenal is working hard and knowing your shape, right? And Arsenal's got that now. And once we get the player, if we ever get the players that Arteta really does need, I think we could be up there competing. But you know, it's a big.
Yeah,
I'm never going to turn on Arteta ever. It's not the manager now. Emery was the manager because he took us backwards. Arteta is not the manager. I'm not going to turn on Arteta. I don't care what the results are.
Right, what I'll do, and I've said it before. I'll hold on. I'm going to give this guy till the end of the season to get his plan into place, and then at the end of the season, I want to see him assess who he needs to get rid of and who he needs to bring in. And then we start next season again. I've written off this season as far as the league is concerned because we're about 11 points behind. We're not going to go down, and we're not going to get Champions League football. So I've written the season off. So as long as he's got something in place by the summer, and he's got rid of all the players he thinks are not good enough for this football club, and then I'll fully back him then. Until then, I'm going to say
you're going to have a very empty changing room, mate. All you're going to get is a rail jacks there in the deep heat. There won't be no one else in there.
I mean, I don't know about you, Johnny. How do you feel with Arteta at the moment? Do you feel confident?
Right.
I know it's early days.
Can I just say as well? Zoe's cooked some haddock goujons there, and there's one left. I just want to pick it up and eat it just before I make this comment, all right?
I thought he was going to invite us around to eat.
Hold on. All right. I've been wanting to eat that for 5-10 minutes.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'll back him. I like him. I mean, the only thing I like about Arteta already is, I'm sure all of you will agree, is he's put the urgency, the desire back in the Arsenal. I mean, with a set of players that are not good enough. If that makes sense. Now, you look at that squad that he's dealing with, that he's gone into, and there's players that are playing maybe not quite on top, but look what he's done with Torreira already. He's playing Torreira in his normal position. Emery wasn't doing it. He didn't fancy him. We're a better team with Torreira in. Look what happened when he come off injured. He's getting the best. All right, Kenny. He's getting.
Mate, you all right?
He's getting the best. He's getting the best out of David Luiz. I know you guys know I like David Luiz, but I think you're seeing the best of David Luiz under Arteta.
Yeah.
Papa's playing well. They're playing better. I know some people are quite a hard judge, and like Claude, and I get that, but he's definitely getting something out of that team. Definitely.
Yeah.
What I will say, this team went down to 10 men on Saturday. They showed a lot of fight, and and hold on, what's happened to Kenny here? Right, they showed a lot of fight going down to 10 minutes. If that was under Emery, I think we'd have lost that game on Saturday. But I mean, I just think we need. It's more. It's not just about the coach. It's about the players as well. We need a good rethink.
Claude, you know what? As much as I want to be positive, right, and get behind Arteta and get behind the players, right? Because if I could change, anyone could change, right? Because I'm the most optimistic person going, yeah. But you know, I'm 100% behind all of them, yeah. But let's get it right, right? Let's get it right. That after 30 minutes, it wasn't. Arsenal weren't good, right? And the thing is, even for the first 30 minutes, they allowed us so much space. We didn't do nothing with it, apart from one shot on goal, and we scored. You know, we need to put things into a bit of perspective. We was not great on Saturday.
No, I get you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not just the coach; it's the players. I don't think some of these players will be there next season. They're not good. They're not good enough. It showed when Torreira went off. We haven't got any replacement because we suffered there. But what I would say, even though we didn't play great, we were controlling the game. We were still controlling.
Not after 30 minutes.
I thought, well, you say 30. I'm going to say about 40 minutes. I don't think Palace really gave us any problems.
Oh, you're my mate. I'll give you 10 minutes.
Hey?
You're my mate. I'll give you 10 minutes.
All right. We'll agree to disagree on it. But what I'm trying to say is, for that period, right, I thought we had controlled the game. It's just when Torreira, I said to my mate next to me, when Torreira goes off, when he didn't come out second half, and Guendouzi, old Dougal came on, I knew there would be problems, right? Because he hasn't got the discipline, and it led to, I think it was partly led to the goal in them scoring. But then Aubameyang's, I don't know why he's making a foul right on the centre line. I don't know what he was doing there on the halfway line.
Cool. You need to
highlight one thing with that.
Cool. Highlight your super chats, mate.
Oh yeah, but this Zane on again. What's it? Do you think we should sign Koulibaly? Well, yeah. Whether he'll come there, I don't know, but I'm not sure. I'll ask around. Kenny, I'll ask you because give you a chance to get on. Thanks for coming on.
That's all right. I
noticed you do certainly make an entrance anyway.
I through the keyhole. I felt like through his letterbox at one stage when he went there.
No, I certainly know how to make an entrance, Kenny. Anyway, what's your thoughts, Koulibaly?
The thing about it is that people are going to look at his age. He's 29. He's going to be 30 this year. But if he can defend, he can defend. What Arsenal needs is that they need a leader of the pack. If you saw his performance at Anfield in the Champions League, the way he marshalled that defence against probably the best team in world football. Well, they are the best team in world football officially. And, you know, he looked very comfortable. I know Liverpool got their equaliser, but, you know, quality is quality. Everyone, you know, at Arsenal seems to be obsessed with resale value, blah, blah. I do respect that. However, Arteta's got to start somewhere. And for me, you know, he's available. He wouldn't cost that much in terms of wages. I think Arsenal have to take a look at him. However, I prefer it if Arsenal, you know, got him in probably the beginning of the next season and just went, you know, got some experience. I mean, I haven't got a problem with Koulibaly and David Luiz at the back. Bit of experience, you know, and then you know, we don't have to rush that guy from France. I know everyone says he's a great player, but let's be realistic. When he comes to the Premiership, he's still going to be 19.
And this is his breakthrough year, you know.
What about you, Curtis? Sorry.
What, Koulibaly? He's a very good player. Number one, I think, why would he come to us? In his mind, is he going to want to join Arsenal at this stage of his career? You know, a lot of the other big Champions League clubs have been chasing him in the past. Also, Napoli, their chairman is notorious in the market. We can't go to Napoli with, you know, installments.com and sign Koulibaly. They're going to want most of the money up front from. So I don't see that as I think we'll struggle to get that deal, but I would take him. You know, as you said, Ken, we need a leader. we lack leaders. I think David Luiz has improved a lot in the last 3 or 4 games under Arteta, but I think we need somebody a step higher than that as well. So I would take him, but it'd be difficult to get.
Okay, and Johnny, what about you, Johnny?
Yeah, mate, I'd take Stephen Hawkins at the moment. I'd take anyone. I would take anyone. It's anyone at the back, anyone that can help us. As I say, it's looking the most probable deal to go through is Boateng. The way they're talking today. So I don't. You think he's in the transfer market? You don't know with Arsenal, do you? Thing is, all these names are coming again at us, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't sign anyone.
Sonny?
You know what? I'm going to say something really stupid, right, to Benny, but there's method to my madness, right? And this is the problem when you do an interview on AFTV. You don't get a chance to explain why you're thinking like it, right? the defence is not our issue, right? So I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles steps up. I still don't think he's the answer. I still think we need a right back. I still don't think Bentley's good enough, right? But I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles has become a man, right? I think Lasnash has stepped up. The Socrates and David Luiz have stepped up big time, right? And they're looking organised. So all they needed was organisation. We've got that, right? Our biggest issue, right, is the centre of midfield, right? Is the centre of midfield. If we've got somebody, right, who Gardner played very well recently, and Ferreri's excellent, yeah. If we've got somebody when Xhaka and Ferrer are tired, right, we could get someone of equal quality or better to come on in the middle of the park. We won't be conceding any goals, right? Guendouzi is not the answer. Joe Willock isn't the answer. Medvedev isn't the answer, right? We need to get a pop-up midfield who actually competes, right, for 90 minutes. If we got that, the defence will not be an issue at all. Even though we're short of numbers, obviously we do need a defender as well. But you know, we can't wait till next season. But we need we need someone in the field. We need an anchor man in the field.
I think as well, it'd be nice. It sounds a bit nasty what I'm saying, but I think we'll all agree it's about time Mustafi moved on as well. I think Mustafi needs to go now.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound horrible, but I don't think he's certainly not an art. I think the Premier League's too fast for him. He might do better elsewhere, but he's not for me. He has his moments, but too often.
Luciano Bonci, sorry if I hope I've pronounced that. Says, guys, do you believe Arteta will ever fulfil our title-winning aspirations? I can answer that. I think it's wait and see on that one. No one can ever tell. I think maybe in about, if we still here in 3 years, you might do that. I think we're a long way from being a title-winning side, unfortunately.
Claude, there's clicking in the background, right?
Yeah. I think that's Kenny.
Yeah, I think Kenny needs to go out and come back in. Sorry, Kenny.
Hold on, Kenny. Oh. Let me see it. Let me. Yeah. 1 minute. I'm gonna put headphones on. Yeah, I think.
I can't hear Kenny either. I was just trying to look professional while he was speaking.
Yeah, try and sit still, innit?
Kenny's like a typical Arsenal footballer, yeah, right? You know what? Your internet's been shit for 2 years, right, Kenny? Right? You know he's shit. Put your headphones on and upgrade.
That's it, man.
Yeah, my headphones all tangled up.
Oh.
All right, that's right. That's all right. Don't sound too bad in that, Kenny.
No, it's not quite.
Yeah, I think I can answer that. I think everyone agrees with me. I think we're a long way short of being a title winning side. We're 34 points, I think. 33 points behind Liverpool, and they've got a game ahead. That tells you a lot where we are.
Cool, we never won the league. We stand conky as our owner. Forget it. We've had
I agree with it.
If we've been lucky enough to be old enough, right, to see the league. I mean, we saw George Graham and obviously Arsene Wenger. Claude, you've gone all the way back to Bertie Mee and Herbert Chapman, right? But we're never going to win the league with Conky as our owner. And until that fan base does that, you might as well forget it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we can win it with him. You look at the teams we're competing against.
I think what it is with Kroenke, we got to make someone's got to make him an offer. I've seen him just come in and out.
No, he was all right. Oh,
I couldn't hear him.
oh, you can't hear him.
I couldn't hear him.
Now, what he was going to say, he goes, someone needs to make him an offer. And you know what? If this Nigerian geezer, Kenny's cousin, is going to make him an offer, maybe he might accept.
Yeah, we had the chance with Usmanov, didn't we? You know, we needed to get behind him when he was there because he wanted to invest big time as well.
Here's an interesting one for the summer, maybe. Alex Wilden, good evening to you. What do you think of finding Dunk, the centre half from Brighton? Sometimes, you know, you can get a nice player in the English league that's not got a fancy name, and he's not a bad note. He's quite a good defender from what I've seen. I mean, I don't know what you boys think of Dunk from Brighton. Have you?
Decent play. I think the problem is I rate Dunk. I think he's a good leader, good in the air. I think the problem is the premium you pay in the Premier League. And with that Maguire deal, it kind of pushed the price of every centre-back in the Premier League up by 20, 30 million. But I agree, you know, we hardly ever sign players from the Premier League. And I think sometimes you should look closer to home because you look at like Pepe, it's took him a while to settle. Someone like Dunk, I think, would come straight in our defence. So I'd be for that. I'd be happy with that.
You know what? I mean, Dunk might not be the most attractive person out there, right? But you don't need to be going to have a good-looking bird to have a good bunk up. So, you know,
my God.
You know, it's what they do. It's what you don't know who you are.
Sonny, you're off your head, mate.
Claude, he's going to get you banned from YouTube, mate. I'm telling you.
This is not unfiltered, mate.
God, isn't he?
Oh, dear.
Oh dear. Right,
Johnny, what do you think about Dunk?
I agree with you, Curtis. What you said, sometimes it's a
Can't
gamble. We don't normally travel in the Premier League. I think it's a good shout, and the good thing about Dunk is he's a no mess defender, like Tony. Well, I say like Tony Adams, but he gets rid of it. He knows how to head the ball. He's an athlete as well. So, and would he play well in an Arsenal side? I don't see why not. I mean, we'd probably have to spend 30, 40 million for him, but sadly, that's what you pay nowadays for. You know, but yeah, I thought you nailed it, Curtis. What you said, to be honest, I think it may be worth a gamble.
Yeah, definitely.
Welcome back, Kenny. Zane asked me, was Simon Jordan at the match? He doesn't go to Palace anymore. He decided he don't want to go. I don't want to talk about Simon Jordan because I'll end up doing things like what Sonny's been doing and swearing throughout the evening. Right. What other questions have we got here? Let's do some more questions. Have we got any more questions?
Cool. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go on.
This is I asked Johnny previously, right? But basically, you lot are diehard fans, yeah. You know, if we don't get back in January, right? And obviously, you know, obviously, in the summer we renew our season tickets before the season starts, right? So that they're clever before we buy anyone. At what point do we start having empty stadiums to put pressure on the Conkies to at least make a start? Because at the moment, I'm not impressed. I'm not even impressed with our recruitment policy. To be honest with you, I think we've been sold a dud.
Yeah, good point. I mean, I don't know what you lot think about that. I think I've got an agreement. Agree with Sonny there. I think it's not just about. It's all round. What sort of recruitment? Is the recruitment good enough at Arsenal? Is Terrieri doing a good enough job?
I think supporters like us, not just singling us out, but the guys that I know, and judging by Curtis as well, personally here, I think it'd be very difficult. They've got us by the balls, and the reason being is because we are proper Arsenal supporters. We go to watch Arsenal Football Club, and they've got us by the bollocks. And it don't matter how. I mean, Claude, Kenny, even before me, you've seen worse. You've seen bad Arsenal sides, you know, and you've been there, cold, freezing. away games. The problem is you love Arsenal Football Club. It's like someone who loves their fags, who can't go without a fag. You can't go without your Arsenal. And the thing is, as Sonny said, they have got us by the balls, because fans like us, it's all right missing one or two, but we'll miss the game. We'll miss the football. And
Claude, highlight the super chat, Claude.
Do you want to see down here or what?
Claude,
What's that?
highlight super chats. Obviously, people donating. You need to highlight them.
I know. Sorry, it's just okay. So no, I was going to highlight it. 1 minute. Yeah. So when are you back on AFTV, Sonny? That's the thank you for that, Zane. Sorry.
yeah.
Simple answer: never. Right.
Yeah. There you go.
I've got a lot of respect for Bobby. Like what he's doing. Love the platform. But to be honest with you, as a diehard old school Gooner, I don't feel that it represents me anymore. And so that's why I'm not on there. Too many characters trying to build a profile, and that's not what I'm about. Having said that, let me contradict myself. Let me contradict myself. If you want to come and have a chat with me, follow me on my channel, Sonny TV.
Hold on, sorry. I hope that character thing weren't aimed at me, mate. Anyway,
You're one of them.
I'm not a character, mate. I'm just a football fan, mate.
No, not at all.
I know, mate. Let's have a look. What's this say? What is it? What happened to? Oh no! I'm not gonna get into that.
I'm wearing it. I've got it on my head now.
The guy's got it. He's got dandruff now.
By the way, there's a lot of people asking me about yesterday. Congratulations, Paul. Well done, mate. You've done a great job with your team, and next year we'll probably come and take the trophy off you. Yeah, that's it. Chadwick, that's my friend Chadwick. Now, next season, AFTV Kenny Ken as a centre back. Can't believe you guys gave up that many goals to DT. Yeah, well, we were absolutely awful, and I take a lot of responsibility for that.
You know what I Claude?
It might be the Europa League final, Arsenal v Chelsea. Yeah, you're right, exactly.
Claude, you know what? DT's not my favourite person, but big up to him, right? Because I'll tell you something, right? The geezer's got a vision to take his team into non-league football, and you know what? Love him or hate him, he's giving his time to his players, and he treats them as a proper football team. You know, they train on time, they're doing things right. So you can't begrudge someone for doing well. So you know, good luck to him.
Yeah, I could go into our preparation, but I won't because I don't want to offend anyone. But
so you don't say it's easy, Claude.
I'm not going to sit here and offend anyone. So all I'll say is he prepared his team better than anyone else, and at the end of the day, he deserves to win the trophy. Good luck to him. But we will come back stronger next year, hopefully. Who knows whether I'll be there or not, but we'll see.
You're missing.
You'll be there, mate. You'll be there.
You're missing.
You should be full-time manager, Claude.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, Johnny. Sorry, Johnny. Did I miss something?
I was saying, you're missing JLB up front, mate. That's what you need.
You and Jack Stevenson will be a perfect front line, and
we'll be under Kenny's and Sonny's wing. We'll be like two little geezers underneath one. Kenny left and Sonny on the right.
Mate, I'm a little Turkish bloke. I'll be a mascot.
No, I must. Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, go on, Kenny.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think talking about the TFC and the AFTFC, one thing is right, it's a very good competition. You know, I second what Sonny says. The guy, I've been speaking to the guy, and we've been talking about his team, and you know, Sonny's right. He's really taking this thing seriously, and I think you've got to give AFT a pat on the back as well, Curtis as well, because you've got to realise, right, you guys, you know, it's not as organised as I think it should be. From the little Zero and Bob brothers, I can see someone like you, Curtis, who's played non-league football. You look absolutely gutted, even just talking about it, because I think deep down, people like yourself who's done a semi-professional like football, and you come from a more professional outlook. I know for a fact you were probably at every training session, right? And the way you prepare for the final, I can only imagine that you lost that final before kickoff because of the way you prepared. and let that be a lesson to anything.
It is a lesson, and Claude knows none of it is his fault. He tried his best, but you know, I don't want to blame anyone. Ultimately, we weren't good enough on the day. But when you know, preparation in any sport is vital, and if your preparation ain't right, it can affect your performance. And DT went all out with his team. Fair play to him, you know, and he reaped the rewards of it. And I think we just got to learn from it and come back stronger. But yeah, it was disappointing, man. Considering we beat them 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You because you beat them, you probably thought that was it. That you knew it was going to be difficult, but you generally up. And I've got that impression. And the veracity in which you celebrated, I thought, you know, hang in here, you know, I think that was motivation for them in the final. But I still say, for a team that is, you know, like I said, getting players together, you from last year, you come a long way as a team. But I think what it is right now is if you're really, really serious, then, you know, like I said, money's what you put into it. You know, you've got to get serious players, not players who serious players who are not good enough, got to get rid of. You can't just have players on reputation because they're mainstays. Doesn't matter if they're not good enough. You've got to be ruthless next season. No, and you need to get fitter. You need to get fitter as well. Your fitness for a lot of your players was just a disgrace. No disrespect. Take it seriously and get fitter. Yeah.
You know, the whole Blood Brother series, though, I found it really good to watch. But the only thing is, right, I think it should be more focused on the people who are actually playing. And I don't think enough time is spent actually, you know, on the football and getting to know the players. Because without the players, you wouldn't have a channel, you wouldn't have a program. So I don't think the players get enough exposure, to be honest with you, in my opinion.
I agree. I do agree. I think what's happening is that the guys who make it UFF, I fully respect the fact that, you know, they want views and they're using the platforms, DT's channel, they're using AFTV, they're using United Stand, and you want to make it character based and make a story within a story. But if you want to get good football fans to watch it as well, then make it about the players. I want to hear about, you know, you, Curtis. I want to hear about, you know, Broads' life. I want to hear about everything and how you prepare. And I want to see more training sessions. You know what I mean? I know YouTube's entertainment, but you know, Sonny's right. You know, we want to be part of this as well. We want to see, you know, the football side of it as well.
Yeah, it turned into more of like a drama series in the end, didn't it, rather than a football show. But you know, like you said, they're just trying to find entertainment. But I think the thing that was disappointing, I think some of these lads, especially the younger ones, probably had an opportunity of getting scouted and, you know, furthering themselves, but you haven't actually seen enough football from them to do that. So that's what's a little bit disappointing.
Another thing as well, I've got the impression that there was a big gap between your last match and the final. And were you guys doing any training sessions before then?
Well, Kenny, there's a big problem here, and I am responsible for not pushing this. I tried to push it, but I didn't get any response. But all I say is, yes, their preparation was much better than ours. I think we went in there as well. A lot of our players went there a bit complacent as well. I thought overall, I think the occasion got to the players as well. I know our team can play a lot better than that, much better. Whether we would have still won the game is enough, but I know it would have been a much better game. But to be honest, we took the lead against the runner player as well. We weren't playing well, and then Curtis scored a great goal. Big up Curtis for that goal, by the way. And
the second time you scored against them. You scored 2-2 against them.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Tom? You know, a lot of the AFTV FC players are really good friends of mine, right? And it was so long since their last training session to the actual final, right? If I went round Curtis's house, right, and Curtis was sitting on his sofa, I could hoover around, right, for 5 weeks, and Curtis would then get up and he'd still have his shoe prints on the bottom. That would still be clean. It'd be 5 weeks since their last training. You know, expecting these boys to go and put themselves on offer and let the whole of YouTube judge them and take the piss out of them.
I agree.
It's not fair.
I agree, but anyway, let's just congratulate him and let's move on.
Big up to him.
Yeah,
big up, yeah.
Yeah, he's done well.
And well done, yeah. And let's move on. Sheffield United is coming up this weekend. Very well organised side. Doing very well. I think they're in 5th position at the moment. Am I right?
No, United are.
No, they moved on. Yeah.
Oh, they're just behind United, yeah? Well, big game. I think they'll come. They'll be very well organised. It's not going to be easy for us. But we need to start winning, Kenny, don't we?
Yeah, 100%. I think what it is that I respect everyone who feels excited about Mikel Arteta because, it's a long time since we've seen some sort of organisation. But one of the things me and you talked about on the way from Palace, and obviously I spoke to you and Johnny as well in depth, the only person I really spoke about is really Sonny and Curtis. When people say we've got our Arsenal back, I go outside and go and check the weather to see if the sky's blue. Because I don't understand why they say that we've got our Arsenal back. I think what the thing is, right, is that were things that bad on Unai Emery for people to say that?
Of course they were.
I mean, how can you say you got your Arsenal back when
we haven't got it back?
4 games? Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is you go on Twitter, you hear people get very excited, and rightly so. But the fact of the matter is, what all Arteta's doing is that he's giving the naughty boys and the good boys sweets, i.e. hugs. He's like a hugger for them. I think they're giving sponsored hugs. But but in footballing terms, what he's done is he's got them running about more. They're pressing as a team when they're out of possession, covering all the spaces, blocking the wings, and most importantly, they're trying to attack in numbers. But we still got problems now. We are protecting the defence, but the cutting edge isn't there. So he's still got a lot of work to do. But one thing you've got to admire Mikel for is that all he's trying to do is trying to get results. You don't have to make things difficult. Keep it simple. Players want simple instructions. Curtis, you've played. You want it simple. Yeah. You don't want someone to talk about a Catenaccio or try to play like Facchetti, 1960s Libero. You just went, well, I just want you to mark your man. I just want you if we're doing a zone and marking, I want you to mark that area. So any players that in your territory is your man. That's simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Double up on Rashford and the Martial, and then that way you stop their fullbacks from bombing on and helping out with the forwards and stretching the game. That's simple football, and that's all Mikel Arteta's trying to do. But I think sometimes Arsenal fans get a bit excited. And the reason why I'm saying it is that if you look at the 4 games, we're where we were before. We're where Freddie left us and where Unai left us, nowhere near the top 4. So I think what it is that you've got to take one game at a time. And, Mikel's got to manage the opposition. In terms of Sheffield United, they've only lost away to the best teams. And, they're going to be very, very confident of beating us. Extremely confident.
I mean, I'm friends with one of the guys who plays for them, David McGoldrick, and I spoke to him last week, and they fancy it against us. Like they're not scared of us. And Arteta, he's come in and done a good job. I know, Sonny, you're a big fan of him, and I like the start he's made. I think his coachings look good, but ultimately, like we're in a society now where we're almost complimenting players for working hard when that should just be the bare minimum anyway. Do you know what I mean? And I think we've got to start winning games. It's all right looking better and looking prettier, but we've got to start winning games of football, climbing the league.
You know what, though? I think you lot are missing the whole point totally, right? You know what? The biggest change Arteta's done, right, is the most important coaching session he had was the one-on-ones he had with the players because he got into their heads, right? His man management is exceptional, right? He's got the whole club pushing the same direction, which we haven't had for 5 years. He's changing the culture of the whole fan base and the club in 3 weeks, right? Can you imagine where we'll be in 3 years, right?
Yeah, but Sonny, sorry to cut in, because obviously, but didn't we have the same thing with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Man United? The same thing.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, but it was the same thing. They were talking about Mourinho, not playing the Man United way. Like Man United under Sir Alex Ferguson played the inspirational style of play. And what I mean by inspirational, fast, pace, attacking through wingers. and they said that Solskjaer was doing it, and he got some fantastic results. But are we talking about a bounce? And
No.
are we seeing, or are we talking about the whole culture? Because really, truly, you're not going to see that until next season.
Kenny, Unai Emery put us so far backwards. While everyone else was playing Premier League football, we were playing Gaelic football, right? We totally lost what we was doing, right? And the thing is, if everyone listened to me and Claude back in the day, we'd probably be in the top 4 now, right?
But with which manager though? Because you know, when me and you and Terry had their discussion with Kevin Campbell, not one of us talked about Arteta as the manager.
I talked about Arteta. It doesn't matter which one of us called out Arteta. We're not going to get a medal for it or a rosette. It don't matter.
No, I'm not saying that. But we were thinking of we were thinking of someone with a bit more experience. We were talking about Massimiliano Allegri rather than Mikel, and then now Mikel's now dare I say it, he's the man in possession at the moment. You know what I mean?
You know what? If you could get these players actually thinking like footballers and proud to represent Arsenal and raising their game, right? Because let's face it, for 4 years we've been dog shit, yeah. And all of a sudden they've got a bit of belief. They've got a bit of character about them, and I'm fully behind them. And you know what? I've given every single player, right? I've given every single player from day one now. They've just signed for Arsenal. Now go out this year and prove yourself that you're good enough to be at Arsenal next year. The problem is because that arsehole Kroenke won't invest in the team. The chances are they're all going to be in next season too. That's the problem.
If we got the same players, Sonny, then we'll be having the same conversation next season because teams will work us out.
We're not going to change 10 players. Going on to Sheffield,
I think we can all agree on one thing though and you guys know, Kenny knows all that, Claude, Sonny. I don't like putting the players down, but that group of players that he is dealing with is a lot of them. Most of them are not good enough for the Arsenal.
You got to play, Johnny.
And at the end of the day, if he can make them play and get the best out of them, let's see it. But I think me and you said, Sonny, we said on a podcast about a week ago, we said, are they good enough for the Arsenal? Do we really think they're good enough for the Arsenal? I think Arteta's got his work cut out, but he's doing a good job with what he's got. But that's just my personal opinion.
My feeling on this: will 5 or 6 of them start next season? I mean, are they good enough to start next season? There's about 5 or 6.
Aubameyang's a yes straight away. Aubameyang's in that team for me.
But I was just saying, there's 5 or 6 of them. I would say maybe not not good enough to start next season. But that's only my opinion.
That also includes the youth players, mate. Because you know what? Everyone's going to get upset now. Everyone's going to get upset because I can all see your keyboards boiling now. But our youth players are not good enough either. Guendouzi, Kantz, mate, shouldn't even be in the Arsenal team. You know.
Needs to go out on loan, Sonny. Needs to go out on loan.
Mate, you can send them out on loan. It don't mean they're going to come back any better. You know, he's not Arsenal. Simple as that.
And the thing is, like, if Arteta's not backed by Kroenke, then he's going to be hung out to dry, isn't he? Because you say he's the next Pep, Sonny, but Pep gets backed in the market everywhere he goes. If Arteta's got to work with these players, and look how hard it is to get rid of players like Mustafi. We've been trying to sell him for 2 years.
Yeah. But I think you're right, Curtis, as well. And I think the thing is, as well, we go back to the drawing board with the same conversation. It's Kroenke, it's the family. You know, look at his son the other day. What was it? Just before the start of the season. You've all got a lot to look forward to.
Oh God!
He excited. He said,
"Fucking hell!" Oh, excuse my language. Sorry, but do you know what I mean? And it's like they think we're stupid as fans. It's like we pay the most expensive season tickets out there, you know, and I get that. It's very, very frustrating, but it doesn't matter. That's probably why Mourinho weren't interested in the long run, because at the end of the day, they ain't going to throw him. We are not going to get them type of managers. Not why they are at the Arsenal.
All right. In terms of Arteta, you know, the biggest elephant in the room is the qualification of the Champions League. Now, we've got a fantastic opportunity in the Europa League. I know the fans don't like the competition, they like attending the matches, they like Thursday matches, but it's still the same situation where if we do get into the Europa League and somehow win the competition, we're in the Champions League. And then what happens is that with all that Kroenkes, it means that what's happened is that we become an employee of choice. these players that we can only dream of, you know, the players that we're Uma Meccano, you know, Koulibaly and all that. These players want to play in the Champions League. Now, if you get better players to play in the Champions League, you've got a better chance of getting the top four and staying there. And then what will happen is that there's a domino effect. Because, Sonny, as much as I hear what you're saying, but how are we going? How are the fans going to force out the Kroenkes when we are making more money by winning Sweet FA because of our commercial stuff, TV money from America, TV money from Australia, TV money from Asia. You know, all this TV money is coming in. Amazon are throwing money at football now. BT Sport ain't going nowhere, and Sky's going nowhere. So what's happened? The money's still coming in, right? The Kroenkes ain't going to walk away from that. So the only thing we could do is either wipe our mouths, clench our asses, clench our fists, you know, get in a prayer mat, and then just hope we get in the Champions League, because this is the only way I can see us getting the players we need. I can't see it anywhere other way, Sonny.
You know what? I've got so much respect for you, mate. As my brother, you know that I love you a lot. But it's fans like you make me sick, honestly, right?
I know what you're saying. But how we? But
I'll tell you, right? If everyone went with your attitude and Johnny's attitude, because I know Johnny thinks along the same lines, you know, the only way he will leave the Emirates if someone got his corpse and stuck it in one of them black ambulances, right? You know, if everyone thought like you lot did, right? Yeah. Women will still not be voting, right? I'm telling you, women will not be voting. You know what? We'll probably all be speaking German, right? You know, no one would fight for anything, right? I see something, right? One, put some respect on Arteta's name for one, right? The Arsenal fan base. I see something. If the Pied Piper was Arsenal's manager, right, he would have all of his little following him, but the Arsenal players would run the other way. The fact that he's made such an impact, right? The Pied Piper would be whacking him over the head with his magic flute. Arteta needs respect, right? And he needs air backing for good and bad, right? But
he's getting it.
But the thing is, right? The thing is, if we still keep going, I haven't gone since we drew against Wolves, right? I said to Robbie, as far as I'm concerned, the season's done. I ain't coming back, right? Even though some you know, someone's sitting in my seat taking selfies, I don't care. They're not a die-hard supporter who's been supporting for 40 years, right? At the end of the day, unless we leave this ground empty, right, this club would not act like a big club. You know what? Everyone was running after Raul's car, flying on his bonnet like professionals, mate. When he got Pepe, what has he actually done? Seriously, what has Raul actually done? He's a fact.
All right.
Is that?
All right. The thing about it, Sonny, right? Sorry, because I know other people speak. We'll just take so. The last time the stadium was empty, right? Arsene Wenger got the sack. The Kroenkes didn't go. So if the stadium starts getting empty, the stadium only gets empty if results go south. And you know what will happen? The person who's going to be sacked, get rid of, it'll be Arteta. It won't be the Kroenkes until someone genuinely is going to make an offer. Uzma's gone now, so the next person is the guy from Nigeria. He has to be the Pied Piper, and he has to be genuine and make the competent offer him. And that's when, if he's genuine, then you go, you do your protests, you do. And you take a proactive action. When we've got someone else, when we've got our own man inside the club.
Ain't it sad, though, that this is what it's done to us proper Arsenal supporters? This American guy, like or loathe, whatever, since David Dean left. All right, I know David Dean sold it to him, but I don't reckon he knew exactly where this guy was going to go with it. But this owner, this Yank, what he's done to Arsenal Football Club and the fans and the divide is so sad, because we're talking about an owner of Arsenal Football Club and he's destroying. I love Arteta. He weren't my first choice, but I'm backing him all the way. But we're standing here. He don't give a shit about Arsenal. He's going to buy another ranch next week or whatever. He don't give a shit about Arsenal. He's raking the money in. We're suffering. We're spending out. And you are what you said, Kenny. At the end of the day, it don't matter if we're losing. If we're making a profit for that club, he don't give a shit. He might one day.
All he is Randy Lerner's first cousin. Look what Randy Lerner did to Aston Villa. There were solid 6 under Martin O'Neill. Lerner came along and sold all their best players. Look at them now. Look at them now. You could never say never at Arsenal, but the problem is that yes, until the minute the Nigerian guy is genuinely getting the club, then we got then the first part of the jigsaw is in place, and then the fans, then we can have some sort of controlled, Sonny, anarchy.
Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny, how do you expect the players to have passion and pride in the club, right? Is if us fans have set our expectations so low, right? We're celebrating bloody corners, right? It's that bad, right? We're celebrating kit sponsorships, for God's sake. We're celebrating bloody kit launches. It's disgusting, right? And you know what?
Yeah, but Sonny, it's been a work in progress for 10 years.
Cronky the scumbag, right?
For 10 years.
Cronky the scumbag, right? In the winter, he's like that geezer in fucking Coming to America with his lion bloody shit, jacket on. Head on him. The geezer's a scumbag. He should not be backed.
Right. Yeah, I mean, even under the last few years to Wenger, you all know I love. We became an Ajax. Do you know what I mean? We were selling players, getting rid of our players, and it started then. Do you know what I mean? You could see the downfall of what was happening to Arsenal. You could see it. And it weren't just Wenger. It happened to Emery as well. They're not helping them. They're not helping the manager. And they don't give a shit about us as fans. They don't.
Yeah. Sorry, boys. I'm going to interrupt you there for a minute. By the way, there's a message from Chadwick. He says, Sonny's best line early this season. I'm sick of seeing Guendouzi's mop head flopping around the pitch doing nothing.
That's harsh, isn't it? That's a bit harsh, Sonny.
Quite tame for him, innit? That's quite tame for Sonny.
Well, he's doing something now. He just changes the weather with his head flying all over the place, doesn't he?
He actually played
that's harsh.
He played all right on Saturday.
Sonny don't want to hear that, mate. Sonny, all bets
No, don't want to hear
with Sonny.
Right, I've been told off actually because I'm letting you run the conversation and not interrupting you. Well, this is my first time on here. I do apologise. It's a learning curve for me.
You need to be more assertive, Claude.
Yeah. But anyway, what can you do when you've got Sonny on? It's very difficult to be assertive.
You know what though? The whole point of doing a podcast, fans having a chat like they're in a pub. That's what a podcast is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
If you want to have questions and answers, let's just go on mastermind.
This is not.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Look, this is a different type of podcast. I'm just going to run it like a friend having a chat in a pub or on a. You know, what I'm saying. So this is a different type, and I try my best. You know, I'm trying my best. It's not easy. Sonny will tell you it's not an easy thing to do, is it, Sonny?
No, I mean someone should call me a Wally. Thanks, I'm a happy Wally. So thank you.
Don't ignore that, Sonny. Do you want, where is he? Who's called you that?
That's all right. It's all good.
All right. Yeah, let's have some respect. Right, boys. Predictions for the game on Saturday. Yeah, the predictions for the game on Saturday. Sheffield United. We need to win this game because coming up is Chelsea away as well. So, what do you think? Starting with you, Curtis.
I think we'll scrape it 2-1. I'm not overly confident just because of the fact Aubameyang's suspended and Lacazette, you know, he needs a goal and he's on a bit of a drought at the moment. Sheffield United beat us away, so they'll be confident. But I think at home with Arteta and hopefully with a crowd behind us, and I think we'll win the game 2-1, but it'll be difficult.
Stan Kroenke. Who's this? Stan Kroenke. I hope it's not the Stan Kroenke. Says it's going to be 0-0.
He'd probably love that.
He would, yeah.
What about you, Sonny? How you seen this game going?
Mate, you know what? I think Chris Wilder should get manager of the season for starters, right? You know, even though Liverpool are doing exceptional stuff with Jurgen Klopp's, you know, done a fantastic job. Maybe Chris Wilder is manager of the season, right? I think Sheffield United work hard. and it's got draw written all over it.
Oh wow! Nice and confident then, Sonny.
A lot of people going for draws here. Ian Hutchinson says a draw, 1-1. More optimistic from Loki, 7-3-4-1 to the Arsenal. And who's this? Let's have a look at this. The Mad Star says 2-0 Gunners. Well, you never know. Right. What about you, Johnny?
I'm going 3-0 Arsenal. I think the defence is solid. I think we look better. I think Luis Socrates looked quite solid there. And, you know, a bit of pressure without Aubameyang. It's time, as Curtis said, for Lacazette to step up. He ain't scored a goal for a little while. Martinelli will obviously come in. He looks fresh. He'll be wanting to prove himself. I think we're ripping a new arsehole.
Oh, good.
Hope you're right.
That's confidence. Sorry, where's Kenny gone? Where's Kenny gone now? Oh, my God. He keeps going out. I don't know what's happened there.
He's in the cloud.
Hey?
In the cloud.
Kenny, where's Kenny gone?
He's gone, mate. He's gone.
He's gone. He'll join back in, hopefully. What's your prediction, Claude? Give us your prediction while he's...
My prediction is it's going to be a tough game, but I think because they're a very well-organised team, Sheffield United, I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal, and I've got a feeling that Martinelli will get the first goal. I think he's impressed me. You know, I think this kid has got so much going for him. I do like him. I think he can't... He's got that. He's just got that spirit. But I like him. I think he's going to be a great player. I think, but we have to be careful with him. You know what? We have to be careful with because we can't rush him too much. We've got to be very careful how we develop him. You know what I'm saying? So at the moment, I really am impressed with him.
Why?
Because I've seen it happen before with young players. They play about too many games and then suddenly they go off.
Claude, the chances are by the time Martinelli's burnt out, they'll sell him to someone else anyway. So we got to use him now.
But I think if you want to get, if you want him to develop into a really top class player, you've got to ease him in, and you can't just rush him and play him 25 or 30 games a season straight away. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. You've got to ease him in and then in and out of the team, I think. That's how I see it, but we'll see. Who's this now? Let's have a look at some more score. Joji Luicha, I hope I got that right. 3-1 Arsenal. We're not going to get Kenny Kent back. I think he's gone for the night, I think.
His missus told him off.
Alex Wilden says he thinks Pepe will score.
Torreira potentially would be a bigger miss than Aubameyang if he doesn't play, in my opinion.
What's that? Sorry,
Torreira, it would be a bigger miss than Aubameyang, in my opinion, if both didn't play. I think we'd miss Torreira more.
I think the way he's been playing, Sonny, I can't argue with. Over the last few games, because it's like the old Torreira when we had him against Tottenham. He seems to have got his mojo back. You know, I'm sure you'll agree, Curtis, playing the game. He looks like Torreira, like he's got a new lease of life, hasn't he? He's got that. As Red Ken said to me last week, or Judges, he's ratting. He's on you all the time. He's ratting. He's wanting the ball. He's fighting for the ball, and it looks like we got Torreira back. You know, that player that we were all hoping for.
The geezer's fly.
It's amazing.
It's fly killer. You know, you spoke on you're dead.
We have actually. That is a good point. We've had more draws than IKEA, haven't we, this year? Haven't we? That is true. Right, I'm going to wrap it up, boys. Tell Curtis, where can we find you? Remind people where we can find you.
Yeah, keep supporting Curtis Shaw TV on YouTube. We just hit 5,000 subscribers, so
Oh, nice. Well done, mate.
Keep subscribing. Yeah, thanks, Johnny, mate. And see where we end up at the end of the season. Thanks for having me on, Claude.
Oh, no, pleasure. Always a pleasure to have my best striker on.
Cheers, mate.
Don't say anything to Broads. I don't want him getting jealous.
No, I won't put that in the group. No, we'll keep it quiet.
Right, Curtis, don't believe him, because when I'm at the bar with him, he'd be telling me I'm his greatest striker.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Sonny, you can always come to the trials, mate. And the trials are going to come up soon if you want to play for us.
Yeah, I'll come. I used to play for Tame. I'm not bad. I played for Tame and had trials for Stevenage a long time ago. So I'm still shit, but I'll have a go.
You're probably better than some of our players, mate, after last night.
Well, listen, if Ty can get in a squad nearly, then you right. We call him Tyrera now because we nicknamed him Tyrera. Anyway, what about you, Sonny? We know where we can find you, but you remind us, yeah.
Bottom right hand corner. You find me on Sonny TV Unfiltered. What I try and do, I try and get all Arsenal fans on. So I'll give everyone a go. So love me or hate me, it's not about me. It's about all the other fans who come on the podcast. So it's never the same people. And I don't.
That's what I like about you, Sonny. You give everyone a chance, even if they got 10 followers or 20 followers. You give them a chance to come on. That's very good of you, man.
Great channel.
That's proper way of doing things.
Proper channel.
No snobbery like some podcasters I won't name, but you are proper.
And we don't try and be like sports either. We are what we are.
Yeah, exactly. Sonny Buttons, where can we find you?
Normally on Sonny's show, but apart from that, nowhere.
Near a bottle of Jack Daniels. So where else can we find you?
The police station on the wanted poster.
Parts unknown. Ultimate Warrior, parts unknown. But no, you can get me on basically. Hold on, what's my Twitter handle? Hold on. This is Lovey. You'll love this. @SenseiLee_Bruce. You can find me on there, or you can check out my modelling career. No problem at all.
And you was in comedy as well, wasn't you?
I've done a little bit, but people didn't find me very funny, unfortunately. So I've done a bit of radio and that. I've done a bit of radio. I'm still trying to get involved with radio. I do a couple of shows in Ireland every now and then with my friends. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Are you still up for that fight with the big boxing fight with Heavy D? Are you still up for it?
I'll take him, but I don't think he's interested. I said to him, it was for a good charity. It was for Noah's Ark, and it was like David versus Goliath. I thought he would have brought the tickets in, but obviously my name's not as high on the billboard for him at the moment. He's looking for Tyson or
I think whoever. He wants to win his belt back. I think.
He can keep his belt, but he's more than welcome to challenge me just for charity if he wants to help out.
Christian Beckton if he wants.
What's that?
Go and buy one of them toy belts in Smith's in Beckton.
He's great.
Right, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks very much, boys, for coming on.
Claude, it's fantastic that you've got a podcast, It's really good that you've got a podcast. And you know what? Now you've got internet sorted out and people could actually come and have a chat with you, because a lot of people don't realise what a great bloke you are. And you know what? You should be on 200,000 followers, mate, in my opinion.
100%.
No way.
You will be eventually.
I'm just a normal fan like everyone else, and I love doing this. I love talking to people about football. I enjoy chatting with people. It gets me out of my depression that I've had for quite a while now since my mum died, and it gets me going. And thank you very much for your support, boys. Yeah.
I think you're right. At the end of the day, Claude,
thank you for all you people that have listened in and put some great messages, and people that have contributed with donations. Thank you very much for that. And we will probably see you all next Monday for another show and more guests. And I don't know. I hope you boys will come on again. Yeah.
Definitely.
Before you go, just read Chadwick's comment down the bottom.
I can't see it, mate.
It says, Sonny, take Claude out and get him laid. He deserves it. You know what? if you go out with Claude, the chances are he'd be getting laid before we do.
No, these days, I have to rely on my right hand. I'm afraid. No one wants me anymore. No one wants me anymore. I'm afraid. I have to. Anyway, never mind. I'm old. I'm too old now, Sonny. I'm too old for all that. No one wants me. Who wants a fat old guy like me now? Come on.
Oh, look. He gives you all that. He does talk some. All the birds that are eyeing him up in the pub, mate. I'm telling you. But no, Joe.
I saw you at West Ham away, mate.
What, those ones off the tree, Johnny?
I'll back exactly what Sonny said, and I'll say that now. I forgot time. When people get to know you and who you are, you're a great guy. And there's a lot of people, a lot of trolls that put you down and judge you, but they don't know you for you. And you're a top guy, and you don't deserve half the abuse you get. And I'll tell you what, you're one of the nicest guys I've met, and I don't even like Arsenal fans.
Before you go, Claude, right? I just want to say, if people judge people, right, by their football opinion, then they're dickheads, right? That's just a football opinion. It's not who you are as a person.
No, I know. I know. The only 100%. By the way, the only bird I was got anywhere near me was that one that shit on my head when I went past the bridge the other day.
Oi, Claude, I've seen them girls at West Ham, mate, when they was all taking pictures. They love you, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Curtis, that's why I don't bring my missus to games, because I'd lose her.
No.
Yeah.
I think you're
he's a legend, mate.
Sonny, don't worry, mate. Listen, she's a lovely girl, your missus. I've met her. It's a shame you couldn't put them pies through the screen now. It looked quite delicious, mate.
Mate, I'll bring one Saturday for you.
Okay, mate. You definitely coming Saturday, yeah?
I'll bring you a microwave.
Are you going Saturday, Sonny? Sonny, are you going? Are you not going, no?
He's got his own show to watch alongs to do.
You know what? I'm a football fan. I'm not a YouTuber, mate. But you know what? I'm not going to go and spend £70 a ticket when we've got nothing to play for. I ain't doing it. Sorry.
Yeah, I can understand that. But I remember in the 80s doing that. Going then, there was 18,000 people in the ground, and we had nothing to play mid-table, and we had Paul Vasson and Raphael Mead up front. God help me. God help us, mate. But anyway, that's for the past. This is the present. See you all next Monday, and thank you all, boys, for coming on.
See you, guys.
Take care, you lot.
Nice to meet you, Curtis. Take care.
And you, mate. See you later.
See you later.
Claude, all the best.
Take care.